at the moment we have just parked here at Red Cross Hospital. We have come in the big yellow Smile van all the way from Groote Hospital this morning. That was our first stop of the day, and I have to say that this is probably one of my favorite parts of the job, is where we get to go around and hand over things that make life better for people and to just see the smiles on their faces. So we were at Groote Hospital first. We dropped off a massive amount, 3,000 cloth face masks over there to the hospital staff and the nursing staff.
I'm Dr. Bhavna Patel, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Groote Hospital.
So Doc, tell me, what's your need for masks? I mean, what are you finding at the moment in terms of patients and visitors and staff and so on?
So, there's always going to be a need for masks because going forward, COVID is going to be with us to stay. They will be used for patients who get discharged from the wards and they don't have a mask, as well as patients who come to our outpatient clinics and, as they enter, if they're not wearing a mask, then we provide them with.
Did you find there was a need in terms of the community that you service? Do you often find people not having access to masks or not being able to get their own?
Yes, no, absolutely. So, either they're wearing or they're just pulling their clothes up over their mouth, or they are wearing a scarf or something. And the staff, the patients really need to protect themselves, because one thing COVID has taught us is by protecting yourself, you're actually protecting others as well, those around you. So, we really do try to advocate the basic principles of hand washing, social distancing, and more particularly the wearing of masks.
We've got another couple of thousand masks that we're dropping off at Red Cross Hospital. We've just parked in the parking bay, so I cannot wait to do the handover.
Do you find that there's a need? Do people, is there a shortage, in other words, of masks from where you sit and from what you see?
Okay, so I think if we talk about masks, we talk about two categories. So we've got the proper surgical masks and other personal protective equipment, which we do have. We're lucky in this province. We're always welcome to make sure we have stocks okay. There are certain particular brands of masks, PPE, that we can't get because there's still export bans for PPE in place in countries like Europe, Russia, and USSR. But we do have PPE. But in terms of the cloth mask, this hospital is a hospital for families, so it's not just the patients. So as you know, we've got patients, we've got caregivers, we've got parents. We've obviously limited the traffic of visitors, etc. to the hospital, but we allow caregivers to be with every child. So that caregiver needs a mask. Then where is it going to be washed? And obviously also for our staff in social settings, or maybe in our admin staff that are not going into the main hospital, those staff also need cloth masks. We've been so lucky that we've got previously donations, and now with this donation that we issue to the staff, to the caregivers, etc. And obviously once the caregivers leave the hospital, they've got that mask to then use and reuse wherever they are in the community. So it's a wonderful donation, and it's been a really exciting project because we've all different designs, colors, fabrics, and I think we all have to realize that this is the new norm. You don't walk around without a mask on.